Hello again, this is Sports Betting Whale, Friday, January 19, 2018. The theme of this video is to reveal to you my NBA first half and second half betting strategies. I also discuss with you my recent winning streaks where I won $150,000 on the first streak and then turned around and won another $25,000 on the second winning streak just 2 days later. At the end of this video, I'm going to share with you some of my free picks for today, so please stay tuned. First, let's recap yesterday's results. The patterns have continued to extend once again, and I won one of my round robins 3 out of 3 to go up 18.5 units for the day. I also won my pick of the day and pick of the week, just like I predicted. Yesterday, as you can see with your own eyes here on the screen, I wagered a total of $47,130 on my picks and ended up cashing out $57,481 for a net profit of $10,351. That's well over $10,000 I just made right in front of your eyes in one single day yesterday, all from betting on sports. That's a preview of what you can see once the patterns finally align. I have now won at least one or multiple round robin groups on 9 of the last 10 days. One day I hit 4. So far, for 2018, I'm now up over $100,000 from betting on sports, and we're only halfway through January. That's more than what most households make in an entire year. Let me know if you know of any other tout that has won $100,000 so far in 2018 from betting on sports. And if you stretch back just a couple more days, I'm up $150,000. Recently, you've seen for yourself with your own eyes, from December 30th to January 14th, I won over $150,000 from betting on sports. 4 days ago, on the 15th, the pattern slid, and I gave back a small 20% of the winnings. Then guess what? One day later, I bounced right back and won not just one, but 2 round robins, plus all of my straight bets and best bet of the day to skyrocket up $28,273 in profits. The next day, I gave back $14,000, a small amount compared to what I won the day before. Then what happened yesterday, the day after, I bounced back and won another $10,351. See that? So you saw me go on a winning streak where I won over $150,000 in 16 days. As soon as the pattern slid, I bounced right back up and started a new winning streak where I've now won $24,550. So that's a winning streak of more than $150,000 in 16 days, and now a new winning streak where I'm up around $25,000. I can't wait to show you how far I can go and keep this run going. In the old days, when I was allowed to bet max limits at the Mirage and Pinnacle, I would have won many millions of dollars in the last month. That quick. I wish I could have done it. That would have been fun to show you. I remember back in the 90s, the Mirage Sportsbook used to take all of the round robins action I wanted up to $20,000 a parlay. That was my upper limit that they would let me go. So you'll see that many times I won $500,000, $400,000, $600,000 off one ticket. That's because at the time, the sportsbook director was convinced that the house cannot lose if someone was using a round robin betting strategy. Also, too, if you've read my autobiography of a sports betting whale, you know that I went in and became a casino player so that I would get the ability to have the highest limits in the sportsbook as a VIP casino player as well. So I had both of them working for me. The third factor was back then the Mirage was taking almost all the action. So they had the whole city's worth of action, most of it. Big bettors were flowing through to the Mirage because Steve Wynn was willing to take that kind of play. So they would boldly continue to take my action, thinking that eventually I'd get my winnings back. They continued to accept my wagers year over year because the director then was intent on proving that the house would not lose against a round robin system over the course of time. Well, it turned out to be a big mistake for them. I went in and drained the Mirage Sportsbook out of tens of millions of dollars. But they turned it into a promotion campaign and brought in a lot of customers from the fact that someone was winning that kind of money. That someone was yours truly, the sports betting whale. The only other time when I was allowed to bet max limits was when Pinnacle was available in the U.S. What was so cool about Pinnacle at the time was they allowed me to bet multiple times on the same game. I'd go in and wager $50,000 on the game. They'd move the line a little bit. Sometimes they didn't even move it. Then they let me go back and bet it again and again and again. On some games, I was able to bet hundreds of thousands of dollars by just going back and rebetting the maximum allowable amounts per bet. And just like that, I took a $50,000 deposit and turned it into $4 million in 4 days. And that was in the early 2000s. I won so much money there, I didn't even know what to do with it. I haven't had that same luxury since. The sportsbooks are now very, very cautious about letting me run up the action when I get hot. That prevents me from going on multi-million-dollar runs the way I used to. In fact, I've already been limited to sportsbooks where I'm betting. They're telling me now that the maximum amount to let me bet on round robins is anything that will pay $30,000 or less. And I have even stricter limits when it comes to college games and halftimes and totals and other sports that are not as popular. So now, if I can't bet millions of dollars a day the way I used to, I finally decided that making my picks public to help you share in my success is the next best approach. So join hands with me today at thewhalepicks.com, and you can ride right along with me on my tail or on my fin if you want, and watch one of the biggest and most profitable sports bettors ever work for you to help you make money to improve your financial life. So now before getting to today's free picks, I want to reveal to you my first half betting strategy in the NBA. The best way for me to do it is to give you my detailed analysis on how I picked the Sixers the other day to cover in the first half. In fact, it was yesterday, last night, and I made this the top pick of the day. Why did I do that? Well, one of the things that I do for you and for myself, because I'm betting on the same picks that I give out to everybody, is I do very strong research, and I have a staff that's updating me on information. What I'm looking for, one of my big strategies is what's new, what's different, what's going to make a team cover or not cover. And not only cover for the game, but also cover for the half, the second half, and for the totals. So in this trend, I've noticed, and you guys can all research it yourself, the Sixers lately have been getting off to a better start in the first half and then tailing off sometimes in the second half. Sometimes they tail off, sometimes they don't, but they've been getting off to fast starts. The Boston Celtics, on the other hand, have been doing poorly in the first half and coming back and rallying in the second half. So that creates a higher percentage play to take the Sixers in the first half or bet against Boston in the first half and leave the game itself alone and possibly take some second half action depending on what happened in the first half. Yesterday, the Sixers were plus 2.5 in the first half and ended up winning by, I think, 8 or 9 points, easily covering the first half. The Boston came back a little bit in the second half, but it turned out the Sixers covered the game too. But if you go back and look at what happened last week when they played in Europe, Sixers came out again, did real well in the first half. Boston blew them out in the second half. Another reason I liked the Sixers last night, made it the best bet of the day, is because they just played last week and Boston beat them. So the revenge angle, the motivation angle, the trend angle, everything led me to believe that the odds of the Sixers covering the first half were solidly in the 80s or 90%, and that qualified it to be the best bet of the day. We're doing some extensive research right now on all teams, first half, second half, not available easily on the internet. It takes a research staff to do it, and we're going to be able to use that information to give you a lot of first and second half plays going forward that will be very, very profitable. The plays that we're releasing will be rated. They're going to be at least in the 60% range, but when they're in the 70, 80, or 90, we're going to make them best bets and make sure you have them. So you're going to want to be a part of this because there's a lot of profit to be made here. So I'm going to go ahead and give you one of my free round robins today with a max acceleration of 4 units per parlay. First game's at 5 o'clock. We're going to take the over on Memphis. 203.5 is the current line. Team 808. Over on the Nuggets. Current line's 219. Team 810. And over on the Knicks, 203. Team number 811. To see the rest of my picks today, just lock in your access now to my premium membership at thewhalepicks.com. That's thewhalepicks.com. This will get you all of my premium picks so you can follow along with me on my journey as I win millions of dollars this year and continue year after year to win millions of dollars right in front of your eyes and show you how you too can make a substantial amount of money for yourself, all by betting on sports. I'm doing all the work and sending you the plays and even showing you how much to put on each play. So I take all of the guesswork and all of the heavy lifting away from you. You just have to punch them in and show the profits. Plus, as an added free bonus, you're going to receive all of my picks for the NFL playoffs this weekend as well if you secure your access today. As you know, there's some interesting games this week and weekend. I'm going through right now with my team, and we'll give you the best advantage on the games for first halves, total games, and totals for the first half and game as well. My NFL playoff picks are normally a $250 package, but they're yours for free this weekend for the NFL Championship and AFC Championship games. As always, I'll be putting my money where my mouth is. You'll be seeing me bet over $50,000 on the same picks I'm releasing to you today. So obviously, if I'm not winning for myself and I'm not winning for you, then it's not going to work out at all for me. So I know I have to win. I'm very focused on winning for myself and for you. We're all in it together, and it's very, very exciting to me. I tell people all the time when I have a really good day or night, yeah, it's nice for me to win $10, $20, $30,000. It doesn't really change my life, but the fact that there's hundreds of people out there that are also getting picks and benefiting from it, that's a real sense of gratitude for me to be able to assist in helping people out. And I love to see the testimonials, and that's why I'm doing it. So if you join and you make a lot of money on this, send a testimonial. Tell me how it's helped your life. It keeps my energy flowing, and I appreciate it. So think about it. Very common sense point here. Would I continue to go out there and bet up to millions of dollars every single month on my picks? And I'm happy to bet 5 or 10 million if they'd let me. Would I do this if I wasn't sure I was going to win? Would my family let me? Would my friends and business partners let me? No chance. So the proof is in the pudding. You've literally seen me go on a recent winning streak where I won over $150,000, and then another 2 days later won another $25,000. That's nothing to me. I'm not satisfied. Not anywhere even close. My goal is to show you that I'm going to win millions of dollars in 2018 betting on sports. I've done it many, many times in the past. It's not as easy now because the limits are much lower, but I'll still show you even with the lower limits I can pull it off. And I'm fully dedicated for you to win with me. So join hands with me now at thewellpicks.com. Let's win together. We're a team. Let's go out and win the Super Bowl. This is your unique opportunity to lock hands and ride along with me, and I assure you, you're going to love it. I'm one of the biggest and winningest sports bettors ever, and I care about you. I care about you winning, and it's guaranteed. Join forces with me. See how great this is. See how fun it is and how much extra money you can make. You're going to love it. Thanks a lot. Bye.